Yo, what's up everyone, Evercry TCG here. Welcome to a super cringy video. Today, we'll be talking about how to create a deck on untapped.in. A couple people have asked me about this, so I feel like I'll just make a video about it. This works for my game in particular. As you can see, I've built a lot of decks. This is what the last battle video was about. I might use some more of these. But let's get into this. So I'm just going to start from scratch. You guys are welcome to build along with me. Link in the description, or it's just untapped.in. So first of all, you're going to have to create an account, sign in, and then you're going to go to, you start off in chat, you're going to click decks, and create a new deck, and then you can title it whatever you want. You can title it memes, you can title it what the deck is actually about, like burn or Durza, lock, whatever you want. I'm just gonna do YouTube video, and then from all of these different card games, it doesn't just have to be mine, but I'm going to be using mine. I select custom TCG if it's going to be my TCG, and then you click create deck. Alright, so we're going to go over this right side where it says deck cards. Starts in play, starts in main deck, starts in second deck, hand, discard, expel, all this stuff. To start off, you have to decide what's your deck going to be about. For here, I'm just going to do a normal burn focused deck. So the way that we'll win is that we'll just keep dealing damage directly to our opponent. So a good element of that is fire. So let's pull up a fire deck. So we'll start out from the top. Starts in play. There's only one card in the game that starts in play, and that's your avatar. Now there's a bunch of different avatars, and I'll find that pretty soon, or you'll find that pretty soon. But you just go into card search, and you type in the card that you want. So I'm going to do Draith, which is a fire avatar, and is very good for this burn strategy. So Draith Master Pyromancer, here you go. So you're just going to click and drag that into starts in play, and then you go it down to 1. You don't want 4 Draiths. That will get really confusing. Alright, next up. So I think this is going to be a just straight 100% fire deck, which means we're going to need mana stones. That's what this second deck is for, mana stones. So we're going to do fire, mana stone. Here you go. Drag that into your second deck, it'll say right here, and then you increase that to 10. You can only have 10 cards in your second deck, FYI. Now for the main deck, this is where everything gets fun. So a very good card for burn is the card Thundershock. So I'm going to type that in, Thundershock. Thundershock costs 2 mana, as you can see at the bottom, is a fire spell that deals 300 damage. So we're going to drag that into the main deck, and you can only have 2 of each card. So 2 if I really like the card, 1 if you're like, meh, kind of whatever. I'm going to put in 2 because that's a very good card. Let's pull up another one. How about Makeshift Magic? Makeshift Magic. Alright. Makeshift Magic creates 3 fire mana for 2 and increases your damage for a turn. So I'm just going to drag that in. Have 2 of that. Alright, and then you just repeat this process. I'm just going to walk you guys through this 100% because I know some people, some of you may still be confused. Let's get a legendary in here. What's a good legendary for burn? How about Ruju, the Iron Bell? So this one's legendary. You know it's legendary because it says legendary on the card, but it also has this gold text bar. So you can only have 1 legendary in your deck. That makes sense. There can't be 2 Rujus in the deck at the same time. That just makes no sense. There's only 1 Ruju. Let's keep looking. Now I know there's a Forbidden Word card that is very helpful, so we'll just type in Forbidden Word. And now here are all the Forbidden Words. See, now you don't have to pull up the exact name of the card. It just has to be close. So Forbidden Word, whirl, grow, snap. None of these are what we need. Burn is the only one that you really want, so I'll put that in. Burn. Alright, and then the next one, let's see, so we're putting all these spells in our graveyard, we need something to bring them back. Ironforge Phoenix is a card that does that, so Ironforge Phoenix. This card's artwork was a winner of a contest, Joseph Cornelius, good job dude. Click and drag that into the deck. Only have 2 of that, so looking pretty good so far. Alright. So with all this stuff in our graveyard, we need some card to utilize that somehow. How about we find, let's see, Dragonfire Cannon. That's a very good card, especially long term. So here's a good example of how to use untap. So for Dragonfire Cannon, there is an untap promo, which means it's an alternate art that you normally can't get in paper. How do I get this promo, you ask? Well, it's quite simple. As you see, as I'm hovering over Dragonfire Cannon, to the right there's a plus symbol, a picture of like 2 photos and 3 lines. So you can hover over these to see what it does. The pictures means alternate images. So here's the original print, and here's the promo. Let's say I like the promo art more. So I just click on that, and now it is permanently, ignore that, permanently the untap promo. So I can click and drag the untap promo into here, and now when I play the game, it will have this new, and I think better, artwork to it. So some cards have this and some cards don't. Let's pull up another example. Mana Orb. Mana Orb is not really specific for our strategy, but it is a good card. I'm not the hugest fan of this art, so I'm going to go over here, alternate art, untap promo, here you go. Drag that in. I want 2 of those because Mana Orb is a very good card. Let's see, what else do we want? Let me try to think of something off the top of my head. Now let's say I can't really find anything, right? Imagine. To find a card, you just click the card database. Now, I don't know if this will work for everyone, but it should. You go to set and you select the set that you want. So one of my sets is Whispers of Winter. So I type in W and then press Find Cards. Here are all the cards from Whispers of Winter. Now you could hover over this image to find it, and we want some good Whispers of Winter. Blazeheart Elemental, that seems good, but let's keep looking. Berserk, that's a fun card. Apparition. Let's keep looking until we find something cool. And that's another avatar. We don't need that. We already have that card. Let's just keep perusing. Fire Soul Berserker. Interesting ability, but I don't think he will go in our deck. Now here's an interesting card I might want to put in my deck. Infernal Superior. Very strong ability, I think. So let's add it. So we close out the database. Pull it up. Inferno Superior. I can't spell Superior. Here we go. Strong ability, so I will put it in the deck. Boop. Now that we have this good shell, I could start putting on some more interesting cards, like Crystal Knight. I know is a very fun card. Now this might happen. You pull up multiple different cards from very cool card games. You probably should not mix these cards with others, but just a heads up, this might happen. By the looks of it, it doesn't look like Crystal Knight's in here. This happens every once in a while, but just tell me if a card is missing and we'll try to add it. Let's green Gunna. Here we go. Green Gunna. Click and drag that in. Put that down to 2. Very good. Let's see. What else can I think of? Ooh. Flame Thistle is a very good card. I will add that one. Aha. And there we go. So now we have 19 cards. So we have to get rid of a couple. So I'll get rid of Green Gunna. And that looks good. So this is our deck. Remember to name it. Go in the settings. You can change the cover image to whatever you want. Let's do Dragonfire Cannon. Back to deck. Please remember to click Save Deck. Otherwise, all of this was to waste. Save deck. And then when you go back, there it is. YouTube video. You can now play to your heart's content. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and post your deck lists in the description down below. I'll come up with more of these so you guys don't have to wander aimlessly to create a deck. But stay tuned for that. Anyway, Evercry TCG out.